did you see the schedule for the NBA? It's like Prime, Hulu.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
How are you supposed to follow
It's ridiculous.
that?
I was like, thank God I actually have all those streaming services. But the idea that I'm going to have to switch, like I have to remember which day it's on which
what platform. It's like a puzzle. It literally is like a Tetris
cable
puzzle.
Back and call it a day.
Just throw it all on the one thing.
Throw it all on one thing. Like,
girl,
at this
NBC.
point,
See, I was like, wait,
it's
what?
too much.
It's way too much.
It's way too much.
Let go. Hey, okay, I know I'm here to stay. Counting on my wins, so I can't play it safe. Try to go against us, get you out the way. Go hard, it's the only way to play. Let me say, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Who can do it better? I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Hey, look.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. I'm Gloria Govan. That is Erica Lynn O'Keefe, and this is where you're going to find us talking about sports. We're going to share some laughs, and we are going to give you guys some updated gossip, what's happening in all things sports. Clearly, we're going to give you some clips that are going to go viral, and we'll talk about the looming WNBA lockout. We're going to talk a little bit about NFL, differences between college. He's going to go over some fantasy football. We got a lot of stuff for you guys this episode, so we'll jump right into it.
We are in if you are a sports fan, this is the time of the year that is for
the best
you
time
because all of the major sports are coming back. It is a thing. It's exciting. But before we do that, let me tell y'all something, okay? Y'all are doing a thing about this catfish and spaghetti, okay? Like,
I know. Y'all still.
It's like been a week and a half and y'all are still doing a thing.
Let me tell y'all something.
Here's what we'll say. Consensus seems to be that the Midwest got claim on it. A lot of the Chicago folks and all that. That's where, and that makes sense. I learned how to cook from folks that are from the Midwest. My family's roots is in Kansas City. So that I was like, okay, this connection makes sense. Yes. Half the people never heard of it, so we don't have to assign any kind of revoking of black cards and stuff like that. Plenty of them never heard of it, so y'all can relax. And most importantly, but nobody trying to shade no Meg. We love Meg.
I love Megan.
We actually think her and Clay are cute.
Adorable.
This is why you guys should watch the whole podcast, though, because then you can hear the whole context of the conversation.
But also, thanks for letting us go viral. I mean, y'all went ham, which I really appreciated.
Yes.
I have since tried it. And my consensus is this. Obviously, it's good.
Yeah.
Right? The combination of the two are good. I just don't see how when you think of spaghetti, you think of catfish. It just never, was a thing for me.
I think it just becomes one of those things where it's like, if it is just something you're used to eating a certain way, then you just do. You know what I mean? Like you're not thinking about it, right?
Yeah, no. I think, bolognese sauce when I think of spaghetti.
But if you have some chicken parmesan and there might be some spaghetti or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Also,
bread it. Connection.
Does that have a name?
Tissue.
Does catfish and spaghetti, does it actually have a name? Like, we call it bolognese when you do meat sauce with spaghetti.
Now we just eat some catfish.
You do some chicken parm when you know what I'm saying? It's just chicken
spaghetti
and
catfish.
Catfish and spaghetti.
Or fry you up some chicken as apparently is another thing.
Yeah, that was another thing too.
I was like, listen, now when you think about it though, down to the repast, okay? Like when you go down to Miss Mabel's house who's making the dinners for, making the food, whatever.
When everybody brings a potluck
out there.
100%.
In addition to the rest of the foods.
1,000%.
So same difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe no.
But we appreciate y'all. And this is what we want though. Like
engagement.
Be sure to comment if we're talking about some stuff that you guys are interested in or you guys have any knowledge of it or you want us to talk more about it and all that. Like obviously the idea is sports and whatnot, and that was a total departure from that. However, the idea of this is to be fun, to be lighthearted, keep it cute.
Right. Keep it sexy.
Keep
it's
it
all love.
Keep it cute
Always
in them comments.
Yes.
But to be lighthearted and have some fun with this thing because as we've mentioned before, we are genuinely best friends and we genuinely love talking about this stuff. So so we appreciate y'all. Welcome. If you're new here, welcome to
back.
the show. We're just here talking shit. That's it. So let's
so
kick it off
with
the WNBA and the looming lockout that's happening. So
the WNBA and its players are headed towards a lockout with an October deadline. Yeah. I mean, it's basically around the corner, which is crazy. At the heart of it, players want a bigger revenue share, improved working conditions, and investments in long-term growth, which all of the guys in the NBA already receive.
Okay.
So it's just one of those, like, what's fair is fair.
Yeah.
With the popularity coming behind the sport, although they are well deserved to have had it for a long time, but, there's a new wave.
Yeah.
And so now they just feel like, with the popularity, with the growing interest and brands surrounding them, the guys get 50-50 split, revenue split now.
Oh, okay.
Like on TV rights.
Okay.
All of, like, on net, right?
Yeah.
So they get first class charter flights, top flight, 5-star hotels. Like, they get a bunch of different things.
Sure.
The women do not get that. As a matter of fact, they get commercial flights. Some teams for a very long time were fighting private airlines because some owners could afford it, others couldn't, or wouldn't, weren't investing. Weren't investing in that.
Yeah.
So they just want a few things like that. And so the owners are basically like, that's cute, but no thank you.
Sure.
So the girls are like, well, that's fine. We're just going to strike. We're going to walk out.
I think the misconception is, well, first of all, we know that people do a thing whenever it is women speaking out for
themselves?
The advancement of themselves in any capacity. And the misconception is that people think that the women are just asking for more money.
Right. That's not the case.
Increase our salaries to make the same amount that the NBA players are. That is not what they're asking for at all. And I do think it's important to understand that because they're smart. They understand the difference between the leagues and all that stuff. Their league isn't making even in a lot of arenas they're losing money to a certain extent. However, with the wonderful model that we have in this country, in the way capitalism works, you do not have to necessarily be profitable to be deserving of a share in a company that is creating revenue of some nature.
Right. We've already talked about this, guys. Like the NFL, the NBA, all of these leagues and industry have taken decades to become profitable.
And so it's still a baby league.
That's right. And it's not fair to compare that, to where the NBA is today.
Yeah.
By no means. And this is why a lot of the women have opted out to play for Unrivaled, to go overseas and play. That's why they try to, a lot of them end up being injured because they play damn near year-round.
Too much wear and tear on the bodies.
In order to be able just to sustain a relatively mediocre level or standard level of living. I mean, most rookies only make $60,000 a year.
Which is like crazy. They're putting themselves out there. And you
can't
also
afford
have to
live
keep
anywhere.
this in mind, right? Like, they are the product.
Yeah.
We're talking about the people who are the industry where the product is the forward-facing people, which is the talent that we see on the court. So they're asking for their rightful share, and not even 50-50 at this point, but just a better share than what they're getting right now, so that they can sustain their lifestyle, so that they can not have to play as much, and we probably can increase the teams. We probably can increase their schedule. Yeah. We probably can even maximize the WNBA and its popularity right now even more.
Just provide quality basketball too, right? So that everyone, they're not fatigued, and they're not playing on injury. They're able to take care of their families. So I'm here for it. Unfortunately, I think it's inevitable.
Yeah.
So we'll go down. We'll keep you posted on the strike. Yeah. And what the CBA deal is, or ends up being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, obviously the season is going. We're quickly at this point, we're probably going to be like a couple of games out from
playoffs.
The postseason. But obviously the MVP talk has really heated up. So if y'all have been watching along, I have been saying from darn near the beginning of the season that I feel like Naphesia Collier of the Minnesota Lynx is kind of the runaway front runner for MVP. She had been balling. Her Lynx are killing it. I still think that they're the team to beat going into the playoffs. But she got injured, and so she had been away from the game for a while. And of course, the GOAT, A'ja Wilson, has been holding her aces afloat, and everybody else decided to join her. So now
finally catch up with her.
Exactly. And so now the aces have done their thing, and a lot of people feel like A'ja is probably the right.
She'll take it.
She should. You think she's gonna get it?
She'll get it.
Do you think
so.
She should?
Well, it's unfair at this point because of injury. It's hard to compare stats, right? Because Collier could have done and most likely would have exceeded Asia's stats, etc. But because you don't have those, it's a woulda, coulda, shoulda, maybe if. And so I don't know that people are going to hold out on giving A'ja the MVP because she's obviously right on their heels. Collier's here,
for
so
sure.
She's going to get it.
So I did a poll on our Twitter page, and it was like 58% of the people voted that they felt like A'ja should get the MVP over Naphesia, and a lot of the argument was kind of that. But that was my counter, was like, is it fair to hold that against Fee for getting hurt? Because if she was healthy, she 100%, like, there was nothing that was going to slow her down. But to your point, I guess it is the woulda, coulda, shoulda,
if she was like, Naphesia was like 100% of 80% of the time she played. Does that make sense, right? But whereas A'ja has been 100% like much longer
the whole time,
just because of her injury.
And I'd imagine if it also doesn't help Fee because the Lynx are still winning.
They are without her.
Yeah. If you take Asia off the Aces, forget about it. Yeah, with the way they had been playing. You know, Joy Lloyd is starting to come around. Obviously, you have the point Gad. They're doing their thing or whatever, but I don't know that without her steady hand, they'd still be in conversation. So I guess that kind of answers the question to it.
She's a favorable, pick anybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like people are trying to like find a reason to make someone else, the MVP, but she's certainly it's deserving of.
Okay. And they've clinched, so they're in it.
I know. Remember we talked about they were like trash.
Listen.
Absolute trash.
It was not looking good for a while.
We were like,
they are in it
happening?
now. My baby Sparks, come on, girls. Y'all can do this.
Wow. Although I love Kelsey. She's adorable.
Come on,
I need her.
Sparks, y'all can do
Come
this,
on,
girls.
baby Sparks. I'm dying. I cannot.
Okay, so that's the WNBA. Obviously, by the time we get back for our next solo, we will be in playoffs, and we will give you guys our first round predictions of who we think is going to win, and we'll do it by rounds. And this time we'll have an actual wager so that whoever wins, because I won the NBA one. I did.
We'll have to go back and check that out.
I won the NBA one. But anyways, her little team ended up winning because Holly got hurt. But I won the whole number from
she owes
round.
Me push-ups.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anywho, so college football is upon us.
Yay! Yes, it is back.
It is back.
Speaking of predictions, like bowl predictions are ready. If you guys weren't paying attention, Erica is a Trojans USC fan. I'm going to be paying attention to LSU because they have adorable colors, and Ohio State this season. You're welcome. We're each predicting our team's record across their 12-game schedules. And E has USC. Some of their key games and opponents will be Michigan, Oregon, Notre Dame, UCLA. LSU key games are Clemson, which is going to be really fun, Alabama and Oklahoma. And then on the other side, Ohio State key games are Texas, Penn State, and Michigan. Michigan seems to be a pretty running, tough team for all of our teams.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be fun.
Michigan is a thing, for sure. I mean, they're always in the mix. They're always a tough team. I mean, USC, with our team, we're still getting adjusted to being in the new conference.
She coming up with excuses, y'all.
Listen, we just been trashed. Don't get me wrong. We just been trashed. That is for sure. But it is you don't really realize how different the conferences are, particularly the Pac-12 and the West Coast style of game is very different than once you get into the Midwest and once you get into the Southern region and all that type of stuff. So us moving over there was kind of like, oh, they be hitting over here. Okay, that's great. This some cornbread.
I was about to say, these are some heavy cornbread boys out
these
here.
Some big boys.
Yeah, some wide.
I don't know that we're gonna make any better adjustments, but I just know, we're gonna try our little best. Okay, we're gonna try to do that. Okay. Michigan, Oregon, Notre Dame, and UCLA. In 12 games, I think our record is going to be, I'm going to give us,
if you say more than 4, I'm walking out.
We won more than 4 games last year. We're
6 max, 500. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I'm thinking 500.
Okay.
I'm thinking,
500 means half.
I'm going to give us 7 and 5.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna go 7 and 5.
Okay. LSU is going to go 8 and 4. Ohio State, I'm up there with I got to do a little bit more research, but Ohio State, always been consistent, but 9 and 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. That Texas game is going to be, it's going to be, it would have aired by the time you guys see this, but that's going to be something. Right.
I know. I'm excited. I also am excited, and a lot of people don't know the differences between college and NFL.
Sure.
Because NFL is about to get started here too, which I'm very excited about, which we'll start breaking down for you guys as well. And as a matter of fact, we're about to break that down for you. So some of the differences between college game and NFL, college has more unpredictability. New players every year, transfers, conference realignment, which you just talked about. The NFL has consistency. It has higher stakes in contracts and careers, which I feel like that may be changing soon with the NIL coming in.
Yeah, it's a whole lot going on. I mean, Orange is doing whatever he's doing, so we don't know where it's going to fully land with the NILs. And I mean, where it's going to land fully with all the NIL stuff or whatever. But it is an ever-changing landscape, and I think they are trying to figure out between, are they going to be treated like professionals or are they
or
not?
Are they not?
You know
right.
I mean?
Are they going to become employees to the schools?
Yeah.
Or plus also we'll go over these taxes and what students will need to know if you do become an NIL deal.
Yeah.
But that's for a later date. But stay tuned because we've got you on that too.
The other thing that complicates or makes college football a little different. So obviously in NFL, when they get to playoffs, it's straightforward, right? It's your record. You either made it, you either won your division or, you made the wild card, et cetera,
black and white.
right? College football has a committee who then decides who's going to make it based off of what your record, your strength of schedule, and all that. So when they're scheduling their schedules at the top of the year, they have to take all that into account because what you can't do is you can go undefeated, but if everybody you played was trash the whole way, they're not going to really.
Which I actually appreciate.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's just kind of one of those. It always leaves some team
like hanging out to dry.
You were like, but they.
Right, they perform all year.
Exactly.
They're playing eighth graders.
It's a really, really tricky thing.
Yeah,
but they've tried to expand and do we do more teams in the playoffs and do we and I don't know that we fully found what feels. I don't think it's ever going to feel fully fair.
Right. But you just have to agree to disagree.
Still kind of tweaking with it, so that creates a whole nother level of what I mean, like unpredictability and intensity behind the games and what they're doing because you're playing for someone else to decide that you're worthy of being there if it's not so obvious.
Right. And you have to pay attention to some of the other, the consistencies, the variables, who else they've played all season.
Yeah, what's everybody doing?
You got to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
But NFL's a little faster, more polished. I would, it's a business of football.
No ref knows what a catch is, no matter which level you're
at. I was
at.
like, polish is a stretch. Like, polish is definitely a stretch.
And kickers stink no matter what.
Yeah.
I feel, oh my gosh.
Thank you. Y'all, she's talking shit about me yelling at refs. She's worse.
No, the worst are awful. But the thing that the people I feel the worst for are kickers. Now, on one hand, it's like you got one job.
One job. That's it.
I don't even want to talk about it in the NFL because, boy, if Moody gets his ass out there for these Niners, and anyways, we'll get there. But, but you have one job. But I feel bad for them because it's usually the hardest job because it's usually the game is coming down to
pressure. Girl, they get death threats. They be having to move families.
The whole stadium
they got to get walked out by security. Go out the back way.
Y'all
it is wild.
Y'all don't do that to them people. Okay?
Do that to those people. They got one job.
No, but don't.
It's a lot of pressure.
Don't threaten their lives.
Okay, no, that's extreme. Don't do that. But definitely boo the shit out of them if they miss it. That's me. I'm like, one job?
Yeah.
And you suck? How do you 50-50 one job?
Literally, like on Twitter during those games, like we'll just # college kickers. Because it's just
like womp womp.
It's just womp womp. Like, oh my gosh. Oh,
poor
bless
babies.
your heart, baby.
Yeah,
bless your heart. So anywho, we're really excited for the season.
Yes.
Stay tuned because your girls, we're about to hit the road.
Oh, we are. We're so excited.
So we're going to pop up at some college, some NFL, some WNBA games. So we got y'all covered on the road. We're going to take you into the action so you can see what the fans are like, the students are like, hopefully get access to players, et cetera.
We're also going to tell you some favorite stuff, like what favorite snacks we pack, what a pregame looks like. Yeah. What is it when you're in the parking lot?
Tailgating.
Yes.
I can't wait to tailgate.
Obviously, in years.
So we are headed northwest first, so you will have.
I am geographically slow. I had to think about it. I was like, "Where are we going?" That's northwest.
So we'll be coming to you with some college. I
was like, "Wait a second, where are we going?"
With some college game day, full experience as fans
and etiquette
and the whole shebang.
On exactly
so we're really
TL
excited about that because I've only been to USC games.
No way.
Yeah.
As long as I've known
and Cal
you.
games, obviously, because my cousin played. Shout out to Marcus O'Keefe and Marshawn and all them. My cousin played for Cal, so I went up to their games. But other than that, I've never been to any college games outside of USC.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is going to
be
UCLA,
fun. Obviously, but yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
She's not allowed to wear 9. We got the text.
My gosh. So we're going to get into NFL, but we're going to see Seahawks and Niners. And them specifically saying that I can't wear Niner gear was
I got a text like,
so
hey,
crazy.
Tell Erica she can't wear Niner gear because we'll be sitting in the Seahawks section. And I was so excited to copy and paste that text.
I need you guys to understand the problem is, and as you guys get to know me as a fan, and you guys are going to, as we take sportsing in the wild, you guys are going to get to see what we're like as fans and all of that. We got some fun TikTok clips coming for you guys of what type of fans we are and all that, but you guys are actually going to see what it looks like in real time. I have beads from New Orleans from every one of my teams. So when I tell you I already was looking at my little Niner beads, I was like, I'm gonna wear my beads,
a beanie.
I got my
all sorts of shit.
jersey. Like I was ready to go. And they hated hard. Now I'm like, well, I'm gonna wear a burgundy shirt.
Wear a burgundy shirt. You're not gonna be allowed in. I'm like, I told you, go buy a Seahawks jersey.
Exactly. So with that
I'm
being
excited.
said, Week 1 is around the corner, so that's where we'll be experiencing Week 1 at is up in Seattle, watching that game. So we'll have that for you guys. It should be fun. So I've gotten to do Seahawks and Niners before.
Yes.
And I don't know if you guys, I mean, if you're obviously a football fan, then you remember just how intense the rivalry between the Niners and the Seahawks were for quite some time or whatnot.
Serious.
It's a really fun rivalry between us. Obviously, the Seahawks have gotten the better of it since they won championships in this time. But it was conflict because Marshawn is a good friend of mine and all that. So I was happy to see him win despite or whatever. And going to games in Seattle in particular with that fan base, it is the right kind of competitive spirit. Like,
yeah, that's fair. They know how to do it.
They know where the line is.
Yeah.
Like I went for my birthday one year and like they were still buying me drinks and stuff like that. But we're still talking shit to each other. But like it just is good energy. It's a good it's a good
the
rivalry.
Raiders don't give that to you.
No, baby, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You can't do that down to the hole.
You can't. You cannot. The black hole will swallow you.
It's gonna be a thing. I wouldn't even.
But I'm excited for you.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see it. It should be good. It's a really good rivalry, really good energy, and it's the first game of the season, so
it's gonna be fun.
You don't know what to expect, so that'll be good.
Yeah.
Now, when going to NFL games.
Yes.
Oh no, actually, when we're talking just hosting, right? Because sometimes you have folks over the house if you're hosting, occasionally
like people
and all that.
Bit.
Yeah. So, what is your go-to snacks that you have? Like, what is the setup? Like, if I'm going to be hosting game day at the crib, what is it?
I feel like you definitely need to have sliders, nachos, like hot dogs, depending, on what game, like a Dodger dog or something like that.
Does Derek hop on the grill?
Derek will grill.
Yeah,
Derek will grill. He'll do, chicken, ribs, sausages, that kind of stuff.
Derek a good gal, by the way.
Yeah, no, he can. Don't let him fool you. Spaghetti.
Oh, he makes bomb spaghetti.
I'm not allowed to make spaghetti anymore because he's the only one that makes spaghetti.
Spaghetti. I would.
And let's see. I mean, snacks, chips. I like a good Chex-Mex situation. Obviously, a good signature drink. Is always a must.
Are you doing a signature cocktail? Would you do a signature cocktail if you're hosting like that?
I would. Yeah. Tequila primarily. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right? Keep it smart because every other alcohol is stupid.
Okay, so that's your game day spread. So for me, it's all about game day etiquette, right? So if you do not know the game, just be quiet.
Oh, like don't be like, what did that mean?
Yeah, you're just there for the vibes.
What just happened?
Okay, you're just there to hang.
Clap when people clap.
Yeah, clap when they clap. If the people you're there with, like if it's your man, if it's your friends, it's whatever, and they all have a team that they are rooting for, just go with that.
Right. Right.
Go with them. Cheer with them. Boo with them.
Yeah.
Like do all the thing. And then if it's a commercial break,
then ask.
And then you could ask a question.
Yes.
Because there's usually at least one person in the party who's like, oh, actually, it just was da-da-da-da. Now, if their team is losing or lost, leave them be.
Oh, yeah. Don't try to heckle. Don't be extra.
Especially if you're not a sports fan. There's nothing more annoying than when you're not an actual sports fan and then you try to join in on the heckling and you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Shut up. Also, ain't nobody trying to hear this right now while my team just lost.
That's
okay?
fair.
So give them some space.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, if you give them some space or some other stuff, but don't be...
Don't be on them.
Don't be naggy.
Yeah, that's my thing.
It's really that deep.
Yeah.
I know that if you're not a sports fan, you don't understand it. But
no, it gets serious.
From week to week, because NFL is very this is what all they got. Each week matters. It's that deep. So,
I've seen a couple videos of husbands leaving notes for their wives, like, "Hey, girl." For football season, I'll talk to you at the end in the next 12 Sundays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got the kids,
legit,
right?
you good, you solid. I'll pick up when I get back.
Yeah, Monday through Saturday.
Yeah,
present.
Right.
Sometimes not Thursdays.
Sometimes
and Mondays.
not Thursday. Right, exactly.
Yeah,
which is wild.
Monday night, Thursday night,
and Sunday
night. Sometimes Saturday because they add in streaming and all that stuff. But those are the core days. So y'all just got to just bear, okay?
Right, just bear down with it.
Yeah, just bear with it.
Speaking of, super side note, random tangent, but squirrel moment. Did you see the schedule for the NBA? It's Prime, Hulu.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
How are you supposed to follow
It's ridiculous.
that?
I was like, thank God I actually have all those streaming services. But the idea that I'm going to have to switch, like I have to remember which day it's on which platform.
It's like a puzzle. It
if
literally
y'all
is like a
bring
Tetris
cable
puzzle.
back and call it a day.
Just throw it all on the one thing.
Throw it all on one thing. Like,
girl,
at this
NBC.
point,
See, I was like, wait,
it's too much.
It's way too much.
It's way too much.
I'm gonna post that schedule. It is. You gotta like legit. It's like a Rubik's cube. You gotta like be like, wait a second.
And YouTube TV right now is having an issue with Fox. Hello, right before the season is starting.
Right, y'all better figure it out.
We're paying way too much streaming services and places. Figure it out and put it in one place because it's too much. So that's that. So just make sure that if you are going to participate in footballing this year, just go with the flow. You're there for the vibes.
Yeah.
Ask questions at appropriate time. And give people space if their team ain't doing the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
That's our advice this year.
Fair. I ditto.
Speaking of advice, okay, so we all start at the start of youth sports.
Yes.
So, obviously school started back. I know all the parents have mixed feelings about it. On one hand, good. They in school.
Right.
On the other hand, it's drop-offs, pick-off, and all that stuff.
So traffic is wild.
Yeah, and if your kid plays sports at their schools and all that, then that's a different type of schedule that you guys have to pick up on. So I would love for you to give kind of your top 3 things for sports parents to remember, to keep in mind as you're getting into the new season.
Okay. Yes. I mean, seasons have already started. So football in high school has already started. Okay. Basketball practice has probably already begun or should be coming up on its way. I think 3 tips for sports parents are don't coach your kids from the sideline. I mean, I know what I've realized after talking to coaches who are recruiting and staff, that they pay attention to who their kid looks at. So if you're not paying attention to the coach, or if you're constantly scaling the audience to see what your parent says or your trainer says, that's a huge no-no.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So stay away from that. You can yell things like, hustle or keep your head up.
Yeah.
Those are different than trying to coach them from the side.
Yeah. If you don't cut across and shoot the ball.
Because a lot of times too, and Derek tells me all the time, parents don't even know what the coach has told those kids to do. So you're telling your kid to cut when that's not what the play is calling for. So don't do that. Also, if you can avoid trying to get your kid to come to you at halftime or be on the sideline at the water. I've seen a lot of parents hovering the water station.
Yeah.
And they be like, and then what you need to do is, you need to be aggressive. And it's don't do that. Let's try to avoid all of those things at all costs. Yeah. Yes. Focus on effort, not just results, which is a big thing. I think ultimately, one of those oh, you tried, mijo, next time, keep your head up. Those are all still traditional things you should do. I know, don't get me wrong. There are times where I'm like,
right.
Me, you, shit.
Right.
And I'm just all right, well, I'm just going to bring it down and yell at the refs.
Right.
So I put all my energy into my negative energy into the refs.
Well, when we had to that point when we had the boys on, and I remember even Derek talked about it when he was on here, how impactful it was for them to not feel like their parents' love for them was tied into
their performance.
With their performance.
Yeah.
So just remember that.
Yes.
Kids they're still kids when it's all said and done.
Right.
And no matter where the goal is and what it is, there is constructive criticism, of course, but you always have to remember that you're their parent at the end of the day, and they need to know that no matter what they end up doing out there on that
they're
court,
gonna be all right.
They're going to come home to people who love them and support them and are proud that they got out there. So please keep the main thing the main thing.
Right. And also, I mean, I know kids who hate the ride home because sure, parents may be quiet in the audience or they may not say anything, but the moment they get in that car, it's well, you should have, and then you didn't do so. The whole 40 minutes home, either just being harped on and negative and you shoulda, coulda, woulda, and you didn't, and why didn't you do, and we trained for. And it's by the end of it, it's they be asking for rides home. Can I get a ride home?
Right, exactly.
Because I'm good.
Miss Gloria.
Yeah,
because they're beaten down, and
the whole
you're
time.
not supposed to be the person that does that. Life does it enough.
It's so much, especially if the coach has already done it. Their teammates are they're doing it to themselves. So
social media.
Yeah, social media. So just let the ride home be the ride home. You know what I mean? Yeah. So those are my kind of hey y'all.
I like it.
Relax. It'll be okay moments.
I like it. Before we head out, we do have to talk a little MLB playoff push really quickly because we are also on the cusp of things.
We are.
Okay, so here's the facts. The Brewers have been on an absolute tear. They're still doing a thing. They have locked down the NL Central, so they're doing a thing. The Dodgers and Padres are still making this NL West crazy again. It is literally going to come down to the last game, which is going to be maximum stress for me.
I was about to say, poor thing.
It's too much. And then the Giants ass had the nerve to be hanging around too. And it's like, if y'all don't relax, ain't nobody ask y'all to be in the mix. Exactly. Go sit down somewhere. Is this an even odd year? Because for longest they were winning they were winning World Series, and it was either even years or odd years. Yeah. Or
you're like, time out.
I don't know which one it is, but it ain't that. So leave us alone.
It's going to come down to the wire, like the last week of things, which is absolutely disrespectful.
It is.
Because normally I feel like baseball is a little bit more predictable.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Be,
so like this season has just been kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's a little up and down. And then you have the AL side, right?
Oh yeah, Toronto's been holding up the spot. The Tigers have been surprising everyone this year.
Yeah, they're doing really good.
Yes, crazy. The Astros, the Mariners are right there. And then I don't know, how do you say it?
Cal Riley.
Oh, there you go. That's how you spell Riley.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. That's
the big dumper.
Oh yes, that's right. We talked about him. I did see his booty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did see his booty. So he's still very much in MVP talks. Yeah. So it'll be interesting.
If not him, his booty should make MVP.
Okay.
Tell you something.
He do got that ass. I ain't mad at him. Okay.
Snap.
Okay, here's the thing. So naturally I'm gonna ride with my Dodgers, right? Like obviously I believe that we're gonna back to back and it's gonna be a thing, and I can't wait to go to the parade again because it was so fun last year, right? Obviously. However,
reality has set in.
However, I do think I don't know. I feel like something with Detroit and the way they've just been consistent all season and the pitching that they have, they're going to be scary for that AL side of it. And I would not be surprised to see them at minimum at least make the AL championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that they can at least
make
do
it
that.
Get that far.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people thought that that the Yankees would like kind of return to form and be back again since they were with us in the World Series last year, and they've been really up and down and weird over there. They really haven't been making a lot of noise and whatnot. And not that you can't completely count them out, obviously, but I just don't see them really
making that kind of a push to get through.
You unfortunately always have to consider the Astros because if they're veterans and they know
what's up.
They end up kind of turning it on come October. Like it's a thing with them. But something in me just really feels like Detroit has something kind of special. So I think from an AL side, I think they're kind of like my sleeper team going into the playoffs.
Sneak in on there?
Like I just really feel like they could really do a thing. Yeah, if they stay consistent with what they got going on, I think
it's gonna be trouble.
Yeah.
Right,
they'll be good. And then on the NL side, I mean, outside of picking the Dodgers, I would say Milwaukee is pretty scary to me.
I'm just gonna go with the A's
to play baseball for the rest of the season. Yes, they are going to fulfill their obligations by playing for the rest of the season.
She goes, stop hating on my A's.
No, they actually have had a
they had a good
season.
They surprised everybody. And again, pobrecito, I still don't know your name, sir. Who was in
Lawrence
all of
Butler,
the highlights?
he was killing for a while. Yes.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
Maybe. He was one of the main guys. It was another one. Listen, they was on my little,
they did all right.
A couple things on them a couple times.
Trying to play
they was doing things. So we're keeping our eye out on what's happening. I have not allowed my stress levels to begin just yet.
Because she hasn't. Have you put in your picks for fantasy football?
Oh, gosh. So, guys, here's the thing about fantasy football, okay? I'm going to say this on this podcast, and then, Karina, we're going to do a separate clip for social media this week because I pick my teams this weekend.
Ooh.
Okay?
Woo.
And so I need you guys to flood these comments and tell me what players I need to be putting on my mock draft so that I can build a team because both leagues are for money, and I'm trying to get to the coin. Okay?
Can I go just to watch?
Sure.
Is it like a public setting thing?
Yeah, Fridays at like a bar.
Oh, okay, great.
Party.
I'm going to go and vlog.
She's learning how to vlog.
I'm going to do this for you guys because I'm not a fantasy footballer. I'm not definitely, absolutely not. But I have seen the stress levels that it's caused people. I've seen the extravagant, we talked about it, trips and ways that like people are picking, how, who gets drafted first.
I was somewhere this past weekend and they were having one and they have like their sheets printed out with like the player stats, the whole thing. Like it was intense. And I was like, oh, I don't have my shit together.
Wives are getting pissed because they're like, so my husband just prepared a 50-page PowerPoint presentation, and this man don't even know his kid's birthdays.
Right, exactly.
Like
it's true.
People are getting. It is wild. So I want to go. I'm gonna go for you guys, and I'm gonna just be in the background and laughing.
So then weekly, I'm going to come back to you guys, and y'all need to help me with who I should be benching and starting for that week. Because we're going to win this thing. Now, by we, I mean me, but it's going to be a celebration and a win.
You'll be a part of the journey.
For all of us.
Correct. You won't share the pot, but you'll be a part of the journey.
But I will appreciate you.
Right. Shout out you. Woo.
So So that's us. That's us this week.
Yes, awesome. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. That is another episode of Sportsing.
Yes, make sure that you follow, like, subscribe, share, comment, tell a friend, tell everybody, do your thing. Subscribe we're on all platforms wherever you get your podcast at. And as you know it, we will be back next week with another episode.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace.